want to take your game to the next level, you want to be a world champion, take the fighter training stack. Victor Conte's fighter training stack has brought me to the next level. Everything that I take on a daily basis, the fighter training stack is the best thing out right now. Devin Haney, I'm Snack Strong. Get it now, right now.
One fight that a lot of fans have been talking about, and they're hoping that maybe can happen, is Claressa against Laila Ali. And you're smiling right now. Was there any headway at all for that fight to actually happen?
So yesterday on Twitter, I saw one of the boxing radio shows, AKM Barack, post that the fight with Claressa and Laila was announced. I was like, what? And that they're announcing it on air, and I clicked on the link. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but they were just talking about the fight, and he said that Laila Ali texted him. I was like, I don't know if I should get excited or if I should call a lawyer, and I texted the show producer, and he's like, man, it's April 1st, dude. It's a prank. So they got me. But it certainly seems to be a fight that boxing fans and non-boxing fans are excited about, because a lot of people are talking to me about it, and it's been in the news a lot. Claressa wants to fight the best, so she would sign the contract today. The bigger question is Laila Ali. I know Laila has gone on TV and on the radio and has been talking the talk, but there have been very little material discussions. I mean, I hope that she'll do it, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
And kind of similar to Cecilia Brækhus, because at some point, a couple of months ago, Cecilia was talking about fighting Claressa and reached out to her, and there was the radio silence.
So on the Shields, on your guys' end, has an offer been presented at all to Laila, or at this point it's just been more or less back and forth?
Well, we've reached out and discussed some business terms generally, but so there have been some discussions, but not enough for me to say that I feel strongly that it's going to happen. There've been some discussions, and it's really up to Laila. It's really, she was on the Breakfast Club, and she got excited and was shadow boxing and talking about what she would do to Claressa, which if she believes it is great, but really the ball's in her court, and if she wants to do it, obviously within reason, I think there's definitely ways to make it happen. But she has to want to do it, like really want to do it. And there's only one way to say yes and a million ways to say no. So if she really wants to do it, and she's been in the boxing business for a long time, she knows what's available and what could be available, and maybe she can get even a little more than that, but she gotta want to do it. And then if she wants to do it, then we can really explore all the possibilities in a real way. But that would be a big fight. We're almost April 13th of last year is when Claressa fought Christina Hammer, which was the biggest fight in women's boxing history. And I think that this would be even bigger than that.
No, it would be a big fight. It really big fight, especially with the back and forth that they've been having with each other in social media. For you, does
sure,
it?
You gotta always also like think to yourself, like, why is it so interesting? So because two of these fighters come from completely different backgrounds. Claressa grew up in Flint, one of the toughest places to grow up in the United States. Became a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Something that was never done before. Really believed in herself since she was a young girl. Came from a tough family background, tough environment, and really made a choice every day of her life to be successful. Every day she made a choice to be successful. When she was a kid, when nobody believed in her, when she only believed in herself. Laila Ali, also a talented fighter, but is a daughter of one of the greatest fighters and the greatest personalities of of a generation, of a decade, of a century. So she grew up under different circumstances. She grew up a celebrity. She grew up seeing things, that most folks are not exposed to. Even though she didn't have an amateur boxing career, growing up in a boxing family of that stature, since you're a young girl, it plays an effect on you in a good way, and kind of can give you a mindset of a fighter, and can give you certain experiences that would lead you on to be to be successful if you want to be. And when she was fighting, she obviously was exciting and had some real skills and real and was a really good fighter. I don't think that she's on Claresa's level, but obviously, with all that, I think that it'll be a very exciting event.
Does it appear to you that Laila's just not interested in the fight when push comes to shove?
I think that Laila is interested in being relevant. I think that she's interested in using this possibility to get in the news and to talk about it, and to and it's exciting, but I don't know that she really wants to fight Claresa. And if she really does, then that she's a real fighter. But I haven't seen it yet.
Do you think? I guess it all comes down to money. I guess if enough money's offered, maybe the fight will present itself. I think ultimately that's what makes a lot of fights be more. I guess more fighters open to accepting fights to some degree.
Sure, of course. I mean, Laila obviously brings a whole lot to the table. She had a great career. She can talk really well. She's obviously the daughter of one of the greatest fighters, again, personalities of all time. So she has to want to have real discussions of making it happen, and that has not happened yet.